So you would like to change things in your life. You would love to follow a direction that you were more passionate about. But you say to yourself, how can I do this? How can I take financial risks? How can I take such big risks when I have no proof that things will work out? How can I face this uncertainty? Okay, what we can do is we can change that thought. If I make steps to change my life, I am opening my life up to infinite possibilities. Yeah, that's a different way of looking at it. Now, I too have been in that place where I haven't liked the uncertainty. I've liked knowing what's ahead of me. But I made a switch in my mind. I decided that I was just going to approach life differently. Yeah? So how can we be the author of our own life? Okay, so in this video, we're going to discuss, first of all, some of the things that hold us back. And then we're going to talk about how we can make that switch. Because, you know, I spent a year working with old people, the elderly. I love the elderly, right? Great. Honestly, elderly people, you learn so much from. I sat with my father, who was the, just larger than life character as he died. And it made me really think, you know, and actually what I think is, I think about the end of my life. I think about that final moment, right? And then I think, from where I am now to in between that, what do I want? What do I want to create in that chunk of life that I've got left? Which is just like that, really. Okay? Yeah, sorry, I've got itchy nose. Always got itchy nose, I don't know why. So, let's talk about some of the things that keep us held back from what we truly want in life, okay? Other people's words and other people's opinions can and have affected us greatly. Apologies, I'm just going to get a slurp of water. Okay, I'll give you an example. When I was younger, when I was a young girl, a teenager, I'm 51 now, I remember one of my close family members, one of my caregivers, I was in a shop and trying on a dress, a pretty dress. And that person, who I love dearly, said to me, "You can't wear dresses like that. You look like an elephant in a tutu. You just don't, you're not that sort of person. They don't look good on you," right? That comment, although they didn't mean to hurt me, that comment floored me, right? And then throughout my life, I've lived in baggy jumpers and jeans and sloppy trousers. But slowly now, only now at 51, I have made the choice that actually when I do purchase clothes, which isn't often, but when I do, I'm going to integrate some dresses and some skirts, because I want to feel feminine. I am a feminine, into my wardrobe. And I've already started very slowly doing that. And I thought, I can wear dresses and I can look great in them. Okay? I chose, I'm not blaming anyone for that. I chose to carry that comment forward through my life. Okay, I made that choice to hang on to that comment. Another comment, again from the same person, who I love, by the way, and who I know loves me. I'm not blaming them. I'm just trying to show how words can hold us back. Yeah. Said that I was, as a teenager, said that I wasn't a pretty girl. Yeah. And that I had an interesting face. Okay. That same person had also at other times told me I was beautiful. But of course, the words I held on to were, you're not pretty and you have an interesting face, which I equaled as basically, you're not very, you're a bit ugly, yeah? Now, rather than hold on to the words of you're beautiful, which that same person told me, yeah, I held on to you're not pretty. And I carried that through my life. And actually, I spent so much of my life, because as a young person, you want to feel pretty, don't you? As you get older, you realise that a lot of your attractiveness comes from within. But, you know, as a young person, I felt down on myself when it came to my looks and my self-esteem, because I had chosen to hold on to those words, okay? I'll only talk about me for a moment, but I'm just trying to help with examples. Again, as a teenager, I was very interested in philosophy and psychology, and I showed an interest in studying these things. And I was told that psychologists were like crazy people, that they'd come across psychologists and they were all a bit disturbed. No, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, now I chose to listen to that advice. Yeah, and now at 51, I'm rediscovering my love of psychology and philosophy. I don't blame that person, because they were just telling me what they believed to be true. Yeah, that's what they felt. Okay, and they were trying to give me advice, right? But it's in those lessons that I can look back and I can realise, yeah, that we choose to believe the stories that other people tell us. We choose to take on the opinions of others rather than listen to ourselves. And it's only as I have now reached an older age that I am slowly gaining the confidence, and it's only in very recently, I'm slowly gaining the confidence to actually listen to myself. Okay, I've never done that before. I've always, what is it? Played to the string. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, played someone else's tune. I have no idea, but you know what I mean, okay? So what I'm trying to highlight here is that can actually leave us really confused, because when we're younger and we show these passions and we show an interest in things, and other people steer us away, yeah, that can sort of lead to confusion, and then we can become so used to listening to the opinions of others, other people's opinions on what our life should be, yeah, that we actually become completely lost, and we don't even know what we want anymore, because our whole lives we've spent listening to what everyone else has told us and done what everyone else has told us to do. Okay, right? So, how do we change our life pattern? How do we change things in our lives? Like I said, we have to be a little bit courageous. We have to learn to face uncertainty and not see uncertainty as an enemy. See it as something exciting, yeah? We have to make steps forward, yeah? And when we make those steps, even no matter how small, yeah, we are beginning to open the doors to different possibilities in our life, okay? You might say to me, but I can't take any financial risks, or I don't have the confidence. Ask yourself why. Question yourself. Why can't you? Why? Okay? Because actually you can. When you really, really take a deeper look, you can. Yeah? I am telling you this only because this is what I am doing now. I spent my entire life doing what everyone else was advising me or telling me I should do. And as a people pleaser, I desperately wanted to please everyone else. I never second guessed. I don't know whether that's the right word. I never questioned it. It's only now that I have been through quite a painful experience recently. But that painful experience that I've been through has actually put me on the path to self-discovery. For the first time ever, I am saying, well, they want me to do this and they want me to do that. And I'm saying, I'm not going to do that, right? And that can feel quite scary, because actually I am standing on my own and I am making choices in my life to do things, and I'm taking risks, and I have no guarantee ahead of me that what I am choosing to do and the risks I am taking will work. Yeah? But the key thing is I do believe in myself. I believe in myself. Yeah? You know, I remember, like, what's that poem or that thing? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, yeah? I sort of think about that, and, you know, our identities and the jobs that we do. Who is to tell you that you can't go for what you want? Yeah? Okay, we tell ourselves that, don't we? Okay? We can tell ourselves that. Yeah? Maybe you might say, I don't know, I had parents that disempowered me. Okay? They made me reliant on them. They knocked the confidence out of me. They emasculated me, if you're a male. I don't feel able. I can't, because of the things my parents did, how they treated me. I can't move forward. Yes, you can. Okay? Because you have had experiences happen to you in the past, and I'm not devaluing those experiences. Those experiences were painful, yeah? How people have treated you in the past can be painful and unfair and unjust, yeah? But if we fall into the mindset of being a victim to those experiences and saying to ourselves, well, I can't go forward in my life in the way that I want to because of what has happened to me. Yeah, we have to realize that's our choice. Yeah, that's your choice. If you choose to remain the victim, if you choose to not move forward in your life because your parents don't want you to, or you've been advised by your friends or this or that, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever is telling you no, if you are choosing to listen to them, that's your choice. Yeah, we can't blame other people for the way our life is turning out. Yeah, because that's the easy way out, isn't it? It's easy to say, well, you know, my path was already written for me. Look at my upbringing. Yeah, it's easy to make excuses. That's not devaluing your past, but it is easy to make excuses. You can take two people who have had the same background and they can have two completely different lives. Yeah? Why? You have the choice to change the course of direction. You have the choice to say, this may have happened to me. They may have made me feel like this. They may be advising me or telling me or putting pressure on me to do and behave a certain way. But I am making the choice not to listen to them. Yeah? Okay? Because, you know, especially when we're younger and like maybe we're dealing with our parents, like what they say is everything, isn't it? You know, you listen to them. You listen to what they say and you believe in what they say. But your parents are just human beings who, although they may be coming, I'm sure, from a place of love and concern, they're probably also coming from a place of fear. And what they may be advising you or telling you to do, you think is like correct. Question it, okay? Question it. They are just, in their world, what they're telling you to do comes from what's happened in their life, yeah? Okay? You have to question it. And you, only you can make the decision to listen or not. Okay? So actually, you can change your life. What day are we now on YouTube? 63? Sorry, my video storage cut out. I've only got like little storage on this phone. So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm day 63 on YouTube. So it's only been about 65 days ago that I actually decided to change my life. Okay, I made a decision a couple of days before and I went for it. Okay, and yeah, I don't know how it's going to work out. But you know what? It feels amazing. It feels like freedom, yeah? Because take away all those chains and shackles of other people's judgments, fears, opinions. Take away the same shackles of your own insecurities and feelings of low self-worth. Take that away, yeah? And when you do that, that is when you find you are free, yeah? And life is exciting and life doesn't have to be certain. And taking risks can feel empowering, yeah? Just go for it. Just go for it. Make that choice. Take the path of freedom. I'm only speaking so passionately because I want that for you so much. I really do. And I know you can have it. All right, I will leave it there for now. Please do write in the comments. I would love to open up discussions about what we've discussed in this video. And please, if there were any parts that you found helpful, please do like. And even more so, well, not even more so, just I would love you to subscribe because let's build up a community of people who are gonna make their lives better just because we know that we can, yeah? And it's your choice, don't forget that. Sending you love and light and happiness, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.